So assalamu alaikum again, this is Palindrome, and in this video I will discuss about a problem from Codeforces round 878 deep 3, and the problem name is character blocking. Okay, let's get started with the problem statements. Okay, you are given to a string of equal length, right? Let's say string name is s1 and other string name is s2, and you are additionally given an integer t. Okay, after that you are given q queries, right? So q queries are implemented upon to string, right? So first of all you are given query three types, right? One, they are denoted by 1, 2 and 3. For type 1, for query type 1, you will be given a extra integer which is pos, that means position. That means you are given a position of string, right? For query 2, you are given extra 4 integer, right? So the first integer after 2, the first integer will be 1 or 2, right? And then pos 1, that means position 1, then 1 or 2, and then pos 2, right? So what that means, if here integer is 1, that means this 1, and pos 1 is a position, and here is 1 and pos 2 is another position, right? So that means that position 1 of string 1 and position 2 of string 1, right? Because this is 1. That means position 1 of string 1 swapped with position 2 of string 1. That means your string, like that means let's say s1 is this and s2 is a c c d, right? This. And if you are given in query 2 1 pos 1 2 and 1 pos 2, right? That means 1 means this string 1, then swap with this pos 1 and pos 2. That means in this string swapping will perform, right? So yeah, and how many configuration maybe here? This is 1 pos 1 1 pos 2. That means in string 1 position 1 and position 2 will be show up, then 1 pos 1 2 pos 2. That means position 1 of string a or string 1 will show up with position of string 2, then string 2 1, then 2 2. So they are the all about queries 2, right? Okay, and what is query number 3? For query 3 you will be just given a number 3, and you have to tell this the existing s1 and s2 are equal or not, right? And let me clear about queries number 1. That means for one, after 1 you are given a pause, right? So you can block, that means let me okay, let's assume two string a b c d e f g no, a b d c e, right? So if you are given query 3 now, right? So the string 1 and the string 2 is equal? No, it is not equal, so that's print no, right? If you are performed a first query, then first query, right? And you have they have given you position 1, 2 and 3. They have position 3, and then they also provide you a query number 1 and said that okay, your position is 4. Here, after first query, third position will be blocked, right? That denote cross it. Okay, now they have told you that okay, we are rushed up with our query which is 3. Now you tell this okay, our uh, string 1 and string 2 are equal or not. Okay, now you look that AA is equal, BB is equal, CD are blocked, so they are not our when they acha, okay, one more thing, they will block until t minutes or t times, right? You are given a t initially, right? Here, that means okay, that means if your query number is 1 2 and t equal 5, that means 2 plus 5 which is 7, it will be active, it will be blocked, it will be block situation and 2 3 4 5 and 6 minutes, right? This position will be blocked for this position, and in 7 number query it will be unlocked, right? Okay, so let's assume that they are blocked now, so they are not our uh, they are not included in the string for this number query because 1 2 3 and 4, it is fourth query. So for this will unlock in 7th query and this will unlock in 8th query, so we are only in 4th number query, right? So in this case answer is yes, because rest of character are equal. Okay, so how can we solve it? Okay, let's get start. Okay, initially you are given s1, let's assume a b c d a, right? And you are given s2, assume that a b d c and a, right? Okay, so what can I do? I will store my index which are not equal, right? That means see, this index are same, string 1 and s2, this index is same, these index are not same, so I will store them in a structure. You can use any structure, data structure. So I have use a set, because erase and find function is take order of log and time in set, so I have just take it, so I have just put here 3, right? Because 3 have problem, right? I have give uh, I have put 3's in my set, right? Then I have uh, look for this is also not equal d and c, so I put 3 here, 4 here, and they are equal. Okay, now if you are query number 3, right, if your set size is equals 0, that means there are no problem, that means string 1 and string 2 are equal, so answer will be yes, otherwise answer will be no, right? For query number 3, this is done. Now go to in query number 1. In query number you will also given a integer which is pos, right, or position. Okay, it is granted that this position is not blocked yet, right? The characters are still unblocked. Okay, So let's assume that you are given this block, right? This, that means pos equal to 4, pos equal 4, right? Look, you are blocked this, right? That means from your set you can erase it, because your set contains the index which have problem, but it is now blocked. Okay, so you can just erase it from your set. But this is not the final, right? Because after t minutes it will be unblocked. So you will maintain a array time of ith query plus t equal to this pos, right? That means I have stored uh, when this position will be again insert in my set, right? I have just stored it. Okay, what is the size of this time array? It will be time array will for q plus 1, you can say, because there are at only q queries. Okay, here is a problem. What is the problem? I plus t may be greater than q. For this case you have not to do anything, just check that I plus t less than equal q, then you just store this time I plus t equal pos. Okay, we are done with query number 1. Now we are rest with our query number 2. So query number 2 consists 1 or 2, position 1, 1 or 2, position 2. Well, you can swap position 1 and position 2 of string 1 or string 2, right? What is given in there, right? Okay, so now at first you can find position 1 in your problem, that means set, right? Your set is contains, let me index I1, I2 and Ik, right? These index are problematic index. Okay, so let's find that, okay, my pos 1 is here or not. If this is here, if this pos is here, then you can remove it from this set. Okay, and for this pos 2, again you will check, and again you will, if you find, then you will just erase it. After that you have to swap, right? So if you are given 1 pos 1, 1 pos 2, you are just swap with swap string 1 p1 with string 1 p2, right? And then swap again check 1 position 1 2 p2, then swap with string 1 p1 with string 2 p1 for 2 p1 1 2, swap string 2 p1 with string 1 p2 and 2 p1 2 p1 for this, swap string 2 p1 with string 2 p2. After swapping, just check, okay, string 1 pos 1 equal string 2 pos 2, that means sorry, string 2 pos 1, right? Position 1 of string 1 and string 2 are equal or not. If they are equal, do nothing. If they are not equal, just insert in problematic set. Okay, again string 1 of pos 2 and string 2 of pos 2, right? That means pos 2 of string 1 and 2 are equal or not. If equal, do nothing, otherwise put in set. Okay, now there is a problem. What is the problem? We are done with our 3 queries, 3 2 and 1, right? What is the problem? Before apply the queries, you just check, okay, if my time of I, that means ith query, having any element or not. If time of I, if time of I having any elements, that means this, it will definitely hold a position, right? Because we have inserted here this line, right? So you can back and check this again. So okay, that so this time of I will contain definitely a position, right? Now we are in ith position, that means our position is unlocked. So you have to just insert in your problematic set this index, right? Then you are just do the following processes. Check the state 3 and then 1, then 2. And in position in for queries 1, there is another thing. You are given pause. If string 1 of pause equal string 2 of pause, then do nothing, because they are they are already uh, equal, so we are not necessary to insert in anything. So just do it. So let's see on the code, right? So okay, this is my code. I have taken string a and b, and then t and q, that is time and q. Okay, then I have um, take a variable which is n, size of array string. Then I have take a set, integer type set, whose name is problem, that is problematic set, right? So I have just iterated 0 to n, check, okay, string of a, that means a not equals to bi, that means this problematic index. So I've just insert it in my set. After I have declared a time, I have told you before, okay. Then I have um, scan my type, okay. If time of I not equals to -1, initially it was -1, then problematic index, this is a problematic index, so I have just insert it. If type for type 3, if problem size is or set size is 0, I have just print yes, otherwise no. Okay, for type 1, I have just taken id and array of index, id not id, this is index. So string 1 of index equal to b of index. If they are equal, then I have done nothing, otherwise I have just insert it in my set. If they are if I plus t, that means ith query to t, uh, after t times it is less than q, then I have just store it in my ti plus t equal to this position, in this position. And for index for query 2, I have take 1, that means 1 or 2, position 1, 2 and position 2. Okay, I have just check, okay, my set is holding any position 1, is problematic. If I found, just remove. For first 2, I have just done this again, and I have just swap. After swapping, I have checked and insert it. So that's the code. So this is all about the problem character blocking. So get rest, code and sleep and eating. Take care. Tata.